Alright, so Utah and Washington, this is the Pac-12 championship for this year, and it is looking to be a great one. Washington played Utah this season, kind of in the earlier parts of it. They did beat them 21-7, but I think that Utah's going to be pretty close in this game as well. It's going to be a great game. I'm really looking forward to it. 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time in Santa Clara, California on Friday. This is not a Saturday game. Washington is favored to win by 5 in this one. I think that's a pretty accurate spread right there. Just because Washington, these two teams were very close in the previous game, and for really 5 points in college football for a college football spread, that's probably right around a touchdown or two. Washington is also predicted to win the FBI. This is also pretty accurate with a 57% chance. And Las Vegas also has Washington winning in more of a low-scoring game, 25-18. Those are just averages of what people bet, so that's not an actual score. That's just what people bet on. These stats are of Tuesday, and the weather is looking to be pretty nice. 51 degrees and partly cloudy. Wind is looking to be pretty calm, 3 to 7 mile an hour. So of course that's pretty good for a football game. You really don't want a whole lot of wind because that can affect a lot of things, believe it or not. These are your stat comparisons right here as well. So it looks like these teams are pretty even in both areas. Washington is better in 4 areas, while Utah is better in 2. The rushing offense and rushing defense for them. So looking at this, Washington is better in total offense, but not by a whole lot. Meanwhile, Washington's also better in total defense, not by a whole lot either. It's 15-17 on that one. Looking at these, their offenses are okay. They're more or less the same. They're within, I would say, 20 for all 3 areas on offense, and then they're within about 30 at the most for defense. So, pretty close game for both areas. Washington's defense, both defenses are pretty good, and that's why I think this will be more of a low-scoring affair. That would not surprise me if it was. The last game for Utah was against BYU at home. They beat them 35-27, so that was a close game for them. I'd say, Utah, they probably should beat BYU, a team that has kind of struggled this year a little bit better than 35-27. That's still a pretty good win. But you know what I mean. The record for Utah is at 9-3, so that is also pretty good. Washington has a record of 9-3. Their last game was at Washington State, number 8 team in the nation at the time, and that was a great game for them, 20-15. They did really well on the road. At a Washington State team, which they weren't really a sexy team to start off with. I don't think. They were okay. I don't think they were worth being a top 10 team, of course, but they were still good. So that is a good win for Washington. And that game actually determined who would make it to this game, and Washington won it. So, that sets up, honestly, I think that sets up a pretty good game as well. So yeah, that is it for your stat comparisons, and this is now my prediction for this game. I've got Washington winning it 27-24. Utah, I think, will get off to a quick start. Considering they lost to Washington earlier this year, I think that they're going to know a little bit more about Washington. And obviously, what I always have remembered is that when you play in college football, if you play a team a second time in a season, that is always the losing team is going to know more, or they're going to know how to improve to be able to beat the team that they lost to. And in this case, that is Utah trying to beat Washington. And Utah, I think, will get off to a quick start, 17-10. I think Washington will wake up in the second half, though, and they're going to win it 27-24. The scoring is going to be a little, it's kind of moderate, so not very high scoring, but not very low scoring at the same time. But yeah, Washington wins this game. This would send Washington to the Rose Bowl. The winner of this game goes to the Rose Bowl, so I think Washington's going to go there. So that is it for my preview for this game. Just leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm kind of interested to see what you guys think of this game. Utah and Washington, very even teams for the most part. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.